All right, here we go. So we're going to start this off on 1x. You could easily 3x it though, but I'm going to do it 1x so you guys can, kind of get the idea. So first up, you need to place down your Speedwagon. And I definitely recommend having the orb and a casa for the money bonus. And you need to click this button as fast as you can. All right, wave 2 is going to come by and you need to get this upgrade. All right, there's going to be a short window. All right, you have like maybe a second or two. So if you do it on 2x at the beginning, you have a little bit of trouble, but you can for sure do 2x if you guys would like to. I'm just going to do this a little bit slowly so you guys can pay attention and get my exact movements. So I like to put my Speedwagon in the back. Okay, the accelerates are about to drop, which means it's time to keep spamming this upgrade button. All right, so as soon as it switches to wave 2, you're going to be able to afford this upgrade. There you go. You see, we bought it, and then the money drops for wave 2. See, if you did not get that perfectly, you're going to miss out on like a couple $100, which makes the game actually a lot harder. So make sure you guys do that. All right, now we can go back to 3x, and we're just going to spam the upgrade button. All right, and we're just going to try to get as many upgrades as possible. So click the upgrade button as fast as you can, and we're going to be farming for the first few waves. All right, so as soon as wave 5 hits on the screen, then we're going to start our defense. Because what happened is they nerfed all these decelerates, etc. So they made this raid a lot easier to start off with. The only enemies that move fast are those stupid cloners. And you can see how fast they're moving, man. They're legit cruising. So those are the only guys you really have to worry about. But once you get those, you should be in a pretty good spot. So wave 4 is still here. So we're going to just go upgrade our Speedwagon a little bit more as well. All right, that's the last upgrade we can afford. So we're just going to switch to 1x so you guys can watch. All right, I like to place my Who the Mystics right about... here should be good. And then we can only place 1 right now, which is fine. And then we're just gonna wait for the wave skip to drop, and then we're gonna drop 4 of them down. All right, and that should be in a pretty good spot. 2, 3, 4, and that should be plenty enough to smack down these guys. You can place more if you want to. We're just gonna get some more upgrades though. All right, next up, we're going to get a Speedwagon early. Because, yeah, you hate to have enemies not slowed. All right, let's go speed this up. All right, so most of the enemies are going to show up slowed, but there's going to be a few decelerates that sneak in. So you just have to be careful of those, because if those sneak to the end, you're going to lose. So we're just going to 3x this for a bit. All right, and we should be in a pretty good spot. If you see any elementals, though, that's when you're going to want to drop one of her. All right, because the elementals are about to come in. And you just need to get her a couple upgrades. But meanwhile, you need to be maxing out this farm, guys. If you want to get the farm to the $69,000 upgrade, otherwise you're going to be in a little bit of hurt. Because you won't be able to max out everything else you need to. So Akaza is going to be easily able to destroy any elementals. You don't actually have to kill the elementals in this game if you guys don't know. You actually technically only have to... Alright, this is getting annoying. Alright, we're just going to smack down some Blackbeards. Alright, hopefully that's enough. If it's not enough, then you're out of luck. Alright, bang. And then we need to get one more upgrade here. And then we should be in a pretty good spot. Airs don't come on to like wave like a gazillion, so you don't have to worry about them. And, so we placed our Hudrons over here, so that's fine. So we're just going to have to set up our Brooks. So I like to... we can still upgrade a little bit. One more farm upgrade. There we go. Alright, that's all the farm upgrades you need. So just start getting these Brooks ready to go. I like to set up my Brooks like this, and then like this, and then another one up here. So we're just going to set up the Brooks now, even though we don't have to. One of these, and then one of these. And then you just have to wait for the Brooks to go away, and you have to do the exact same thing again with basically perfect timing. Otherwise, you'll be out of luck. So we'll do that again. Alright, so once these Brooks come through, you need to get the perfect timing. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit challenging. Alright, so... it takes about 30 seconds, so you can easily 3x this part. We're going to turn on 3x in just a second, once we get the buff perfect and ready to go. Bang, and then once those... bang, perfect. And then don't forget to turn on the auto-activate, guys, otherwise you have to redo the whole thing. So get Shark Guitar, and then I like to just get as many of the cheap upgrades as you can. All the 1k upgrades, get those, and it's going to get your buff good enough to where it needs to be. And then you just can get some of these guys up to the 3rd upgrade like this. Alright, and that should be mostly good. And then you do need some Cilios as well. Alright, I need to make sure these are hitting Cilio. Here we go. Because you're going to need her to basically wreck any any airs that come by, because the airs actually have some pretty decent HP. If you take a look here, these ones don't have a lot on wave 13, but on the higher waves, they have way more HP. You're going to see them coming in with like in the millions. So you're going to really want to make sure that this guy is ready to go. And plus, she's also a really good DPS, guys. 300k for 5 SPA, and look at that range. She's hitting all the way over here. And then you can kind of just use the rest of the money to max out as many of these guys as you can. And you should be in a pretty good spot. You can get like the 4th upgrade if you would like on wave 15. There we go. And you should be in a pretty good spot. We're just going to 3x the end here because it's not that hard now. And just place as many as you can. You see we're at max units. That's fine. You can also get a cause upgraded if you need to, but it's not necessarily required. You do want to make sure, though, that all enemies are decelled. So if you see any guys cruising, make sure you take care of that. So we're just going to switch one of these guys up to here. All right, there we go. We got the boss slowed. We got these guys slowed. Now, the question is, are all these decellers going to get slowed? If they don't, then you're going to be in for a world of hurt. All right, these airs are coming in hot, but you can see Cilio the Dragon is just really good for this. All right, you see we have one of these guys coming in. That's when you need to do this. All right, and just hope that your Blackbeard gets it slowed in time. All right, there you go. Those aren't too bad, but again, if they sneak by too much, you might be in for some pain and suffering. So just keep out for an eye on those guys, and you should be pretty good. And once all the enemies reach past the Blackbeard, you can just sell it and place another one. All right, so you're just gonna check if you can see any enemies moving super fast. That's how you know you need to place a Blackbeard somewhere. But it looks like everybody is slowed. We do have some cloners though, so we are just gonna go smack a Blackbeard here in the back, and we're just gonna go 3x the rest so we can save some time. All right, and also guys, once you get in the hang of it, you can easily just full auto this. It's not really that bad. I'm just slow rolling it so you guys can, you know, kind of get a better idea of how to take care of it. All right, so the highest HP enemies we're going to have are these 133.84 million, but they're slowed. The cloners are going to be the annoying ones because when they break apart, you're going to see they're going to come in with some speed there. Also, I know a lot of the other strategy guys, they require you to have a Blackbeard with the orb, but I know a lot of people can't get the Blackbeard orb, so I tried to make one without it. But if you do have the Blackbeard orb, life is going to be a lot easier. So obviously you want to use that if you have it. All right, so these are going to be our last group of airs, and then we just have these elementals. Now, you actually don't have to kill the elementals. All right, they are actually completely optional. You will win the game as long as you kill all the enemies on the battlefield besides the elementals. So don't worry too much about them. The main ones you want to worry about are the rages and the explosives. They sometimes have some insane HP, like in the hundreds of millions, which really isn't that great. All right, but those elementals, man, don't even trip. All right, they are literally nothing to worry about. Looks like our buff might be a little sus, so we're going to have to see how this rolls. But it's definitely looking a little bit on the sus side of life here. All right, we're just going to put her on last because we don't really care about those explosives too much because these guys should be easily able to take out 8 million HP. All right, we got some rages coming in hot. All right, those elementals, again, we should kill all the enemies before the elementals hit. If we don't, then you're just going to want to have to upgrade a Casa one time, which we're going to do. All right, because we don't want to have to worry about these elementals like wrecking us later on. So we're just gonna go smack an upgrade on her real quick. There we go, and that should take care of all the elementals pretty easily. Because now we killed all the air units, we don't really need the Cilios as much. All right, one of those. There we go. We got that guy, and then explosives should die too. All right, these elementals have a lot of HP, but again, don't worry about the elementals. You just have to kill all these rages. If you can kill these rages, then it's GG's, guys. So let's see if we can do that real quick. All right, looks like our buff is a little bit sus, but look at this range, man. He's hitting all the way down here. So as long as you can do that, that's GG's, guys. All right, let's switch her to first, and there you go. We just had to kill this one more rage, and we'll be in business. There we go, guys. GG's, easy solo. So hope you guys enjoy this method of getting King Vegu easily with no metal cooler.